Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed, announced that the federal government has waived the value-added tax (VAT) on the CNG buses purchase, as well as seeking duty waivers for value chain. According to him, the goal was to build a sustainable future, leveraging Nigeria's available cheap and clean energy source, which is gas. Adedeji, who is also the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FRS), also disclosed that plans were on the way for the government to establish multiple conversion centers across the country in the next 2 weeks. It stated that while the project is currently about the conversion of vehicles, it will also generate employment opportunities. Adedeji emphasized that the delivery of the CNG project demonstrates President Bola Tinubu's commitment to both environmental sustainability and economic growth in Nigeria.
I pray to God that this will be the beginning of great things and greater things, and we are about to witness a new phase in our transportation system in Nigeria. I congratulate Mr. President. I congratulate the PCNGI. Committee that has put in so much work in making this day a reality. Thank you.
As we transit forward, I encourage the private sector to invest in this gas program, and commend the President too as well, because this program, aside from kicking off at the government house, universities will be the first beneficiaries of the buses. And all state governments will also key into this. I would say for my state, we're going to invest massively and encourage our businessmen to invest.
The fact that these buses were assembled in Nigeria is all Nigerian made is one thing that I will not forget in a hurry, because as an engineer, I've been praying for this to happen, and now it's happening in my own lifetime. The donation of this bus will enhance the efficiency of our staff, we enhance their punctuality to work, and we also enhance speedy delivery of service in the entire State House.
The Defense Headquarters has revealed that on 18 October 2023, following a tip-off, military troops of Operation Well launched raid at a suspected criminals hideout in Amak of FCT, Abuja, and arrested 34 suspected criminals. Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Bernard Buba, disclosed this while briefing defense correspondent on troops' operational activities in 6 geopolitical zones of the country. Correspondent Miriam Menakimo reports that Major General Buba noted the troop destroyed their makeshift accommodation. Major General Buba added that the operations of the last week resulted in 73 neutralized terrorists, with 82 of them arrested. Troops also arrested 14 perpetrators of oil theft and rescued 68 kidnapped hostages. Major General Buba said one of the top priorities of the armed forces is to secure the country and protect citizens from harm caused by these terrorists and extremists across the country. Accordingly, the military is actively working to achieve this mandate. Also speaking at the briefing, the Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Edward Gapwet, stressed that some of the successes at all theaters of Operation A as a result of new platforms sponsored and acquired. He noted the federal government have assisted the military by purchasing more platforms, and the NAF is expecting more platforms.
In the last 1 week resulted in 73 neutralized terrorists, while 182 of them were arrested. Troops also arrested 14 perpetrators of oil theft and rescued 68 kidnapped hostages. In the South-South, troops denied the oil theft of the estimated sum of over 1.2 billion naira. Furthermore, troops recovered 119 assorted weapons and over 1,500 assorted ammunition. The breakdown as follows. 1. General
what you saw there were bodies of about 17 after the strike. We found out that before our over 50 bodies paragraph that's actually devotion and just the second one was in the somewhere very close in chapters which go on instead of this side their council. So they don't stay on this. It is government of course the family champion and also the new platforms we are getting federal government
As the Kogi State governorship polls draw nearer, a group led by former Kogi State House of Assembly member Simon Atedoga have pledged unalloyed support for the governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party SDP, Murtala Ajaka. The group, while addressing a media conference in Abuja, described Ajaka as a tenacious man with the capacity and courage to reposition the state. The group, while appealing to the sons and daughters of Kogi State to vote in Ajaka, emphasized that the SDP governorship candidate transcend more regional interests to right the wrongs done to the state by its past leaders and provide administration and government in the state. The group also resolved to take the campaign to their various constituents across the state to ensure a landslide victory for Ajaka.
Capacity to redeem the state and the people from squalor and make us proud again. This and many more, we believe, can be achieved by engaging in noble objective, given its experience and track records of excellence. The Committee of former House of Assembly members from across the three senatorial districts of the state have not only endorsed its candidature but have resolved to take the task, including the campaign to our various constituents across the state to ensure landslide victory. And we are confident our mission shall be accomplished with songs of victory. The people of Kogi State are yearning for his coming. That has been loudly demonstrated in their receptions and acceptance of his candidacy. Anywhere he goes, you see people trooping out in their...
To take over, and it will continue like that. And whatever he does, he can use the court to say, yes, it is correct and it is in order. This we do not want. And we are calling on all well-meaning Kogans, men who want the progress of Kogi State, men who want the peace of the land of Kogi State, men who want the development of Kogi State, to rise and join hands with us to end this tyranny as it is in Kogi State today. We no longer can take it. Kogi State must evolve from tyranny to a peaceful, progressive land. We cannot continue in a system that when you speak your mind.
The Chief Justice of Lagos, Honorable Kazeem Alugba, has charged residents of the state to follow due process as stipulated by the law when acquiring landed properties to reduce issues of land dispute in court. The Chief Justice, who was represented by the Chief Registrar Elias Tajuddin, said these are the one-day sensitization program on Muslim documentation in Lagos. Our correspondent has the details.
Stakeholders are guided here to canvass proper documentation of mosques and other buildings in the Lagos metropolis. They agreed that these issues can be avoided if there is proper documentation of landed properties. In his lecture, Barrister Shakurulai Obale, who is a Qadi Independent Sharia panel, Lagos, cited the example of a mosque in Mushin donated to the community, but after the demise of the owner, children of his younger brother decided to take over the property. He said the saving grace was that the land on which the mosque was built was duly registered.
When it comes to a landed property, it's not to be transferred. The document is not to be made by a non-lawyer. That is the law. When it comes to the registration law, the document must be prepared by who? A legal practitioner. The lawyer will know what to ask, what to put down.
The Chief Imam of Lagos, Sheikh Sulaiman Abou Nola, also encouraged Muslims to follow the established rules in the construction of mosques and other related buildings across the metropolis.
So when you come back home, in respect of mosque building, if we want to, we have to go through the process, and the process is through the approval. Because this is a state, it's being run by the government. They have their own standard. For an instance, in Lagos, we have the master plan. So governments have their own proposals and their own intention in every part of the lands that we have. So for you, as a Muslim, as a scholar, before you embark on any project, before you embark on mosque building, you must follow the due process. What is the due process? It's supposed to go to the Ministry of Lands.
On his part, Olawale Ojikutu of the Lagos Lands Bureau, while speaking on the challenges of mosque documentation, also reiterated the need for legal documentation and transfer of ownership of property in the state, including mosque.
Present before the buyer any of the following piece of evidence: that he is the traditional owner of the land by way of customary inheritance, i.e., partition of family land, or that his ancestors and predecessors in title owned the land from time immemorial and had been in uninterrupted possession before the land use act, and that it is therefore the person entitled to the right of occupancy in respect of the land. He is, in the height of the law, the deemed holder of the right.
The convener of the program, Barrister Mosodik Adele Sani, said that the reason for the forum was to ensure Muslims accept the reality of proper documentation to keep records for the future.
That most often I went to the court to represent, I could see over 14 mosques are represented at the Magistrate Court, High Court and Court of Appeal. Most of them lack document. And in Islam, the Quran said there is need for us to write things down. Chapter 2, verse 4 is that when there is a contract, let it be written. And when the Prophet got to Medina, the first mosque in Medina, when the Prophet was given the land by Ayub and Zor, the Prophet ﷺ said, I'm going to pay for it and write it down. It was written down for 1,445 years ago. We don't have an excuse.
The chairman of the occasion, Hakim Bello, commended the group for the initiative aimed at sensitizing the Muslim community in order to correct the anomaly where necessary.
Let people know that, look, it's important that whatever you are doing is now in Islam. Islam is guided by stipulated ways by which every facet, every part of our existence is handled.
The convener promised to take the sensitization program to other divisions in the state, including Badagry, Ekpe, Ikorodu, and Lagos Island.
Ikeja Metro Lions has presented Prince Ahmed Olusi as the 32nd president of the service club. An ophthalmologist, Dr. Oluwatumayowa Adio, who was the guest speaker at the presentation, said the best way to love the eye is comprehensive eye check at least once in a year, adding that advent of eye issues is not the only reason for comprehensive check, rather staying LD is key. While he explained that cataract is the most common cause of blindness in the world and is reversible, glaucoma and diabetes are hereditary, while earlier diagnosis and treatment would prevent blindness and untimely death. He recommended Nigerians quit smoking. He recommended Nigerians to quit smoking, do regular blood sugar tests, eating right, proper and regular rest, regular hand wash and good hygiene, eye work safety, and protective eyewears, as this contributes to good care of the eye. The district governor of Lions 404B2 Nigeria, Professor Emmanuel Fagbon, urged members of the society to embrace the art of lionism with their time, treasure, and talent so as to lessen the workloads on lion members. Over several decades, the humanitarian group have focused on 5 global causes. There is diabetes, hunger relief, vision, environment, childhood cancer, while 3 others have humanitarian disaster relief and youth empowerment to make up 8 global causes. Welcome back now to Foreign Stories. Former U.S. Vice President Mike Pence has withdrawn from the 2024 presidential race, saying this is not my time. He made an announcement at the Republican Jewish Coalition in Las Vegas on Saturday afternoon. He wrote in a statement, "We always knew this would be an uphill battle, but I have no regret." Mr. Pence is the first major Republican candidate to suspend his campaign in a race led by former President Donald Trump. Pence had languished in recent polls and has struggled to gain the support of Republican voters. The former vice president campaign had also racked up large amounts of debt, with Mr. Pence ending September owing a lot of money and having only $1.2 million in the bank, significantly less than other Republican rivals. And up next is Sports Story. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Now talking sport. Manchester City cruised past Manchester United with embarrassing ease in the derby at Old Trafford to emphasize the vast gulf between the two sides. Erling Haaland was the main tormentor with goals in each half before setting up a third for Phil Foden as Pep Guardiola's side established superiority from the kickoff and really looked like relinquishing control. There were poignant scenes before the start as supporters from both sides of Manchester football divide joined to pay a tribute to the late Sir Bobby Charlton. For manager Eric Ten Hag and his players, the match that followed was one to forget. And that's it on Mitv Primetime News tonight. My name is Teresa Adeyemi. Do have a great night. Good night.